Welcome to So Very Easy. My name is Laura, and the best time to make a baby quilt is not necessarily when you know someone who's having a baby. It's when you find the perfect fabric and the perfect pattern. And the fabric I'm thinking of today is this fabric from Andover, and it is called Crisscross. It looks like a solid fabric, but when you look close, there are these little crisscrosses throughout the entire fabric. And they're random, which makes it a lot of fun. And the colors are also a lot of fun. And there's a free pattern that goes with this line. And it was created by Janet Hoots. It's all these little blocks. Now this is a large quilt. It's 64 by 58, but I'm going to change the size so it's more like a crib quilt. A crib batting is 45 by 60. So I'm going to change this. Instead of making 35 of these blocks, I'm going to make 12. Each block takes two different fabrics plus the background fabric. For the quilt, I have decided that I am going to choose some soft colors. So I have a soft rainbow of colors that will go really nice against this background fabric. Now I have chosen 6 colors. So what I want to do is intermix some of these colors. So for the 12 blocks, I'm going to need 12 strips of fabric, and I have cut them all at that 45 inch. From there, I'm just going to cut them all in half. And now I can just mix them all up, so I will have 12 sets of different fabrics matching. So here are 12 sets of those half strips of fabric. With each of these 2 strips, we're going to match up some background fabric. We're going to need 2 strips, 2 1/4 by 12 1/2 inches, 2 at 2 1/4 by 9 inches, 1 square 5 1/2 inches, and it's going to be cut on the diagonal twice, and 2 3-inch squares that are cut on the diagonal once. And this is all we're going to need for every single block. So this will give you a good idea on how to judge the fabrics that you're going to need for the size that you're going to need. So the first thing we need to do is sew our strips together. Take that seam and press it to one side. You are going to be able to cut that strip apart into 2-inch segments. From there, we're going to make a 4 patch, and we will need 5 of these 4 patches. With those 5, we need to sew 3 together and leave 2 separate. And we need to just pay attention to the colors so they're all opposite. On the 2 single ones, we are going to add 2 triangles on each side. And they really are only going to fit the one way. I do like to lay them out. It just really shows how they are going to go together. So as I sew these together, this one flat edge will match up, and I'm going to stitch down, and same with this side. This is going to come out, and that's fine. So we need to do both sides the same way, so that we have one flat and the ears pointing out. And by laying them out this way, you're going to be able to see that you have your 4 patches correctly. When they're sewn together, we do want all the colors separately. So if this was turned, you can see where those 2 pinks are going to match, and we want them opposite. So laying them out like this assures that we do have them the right way. Now stitch. Now with those 3-inch cut squares, we're going to sew a triangle on each end of this long piece and each end to make a triangle. And from here you can see how easy this is going to go together. This is what the block is going to look like before we put on the sashing. So we have the 2 pieces that will go on each side, and then that 12 1/2 will go on the opposite ends. And that will be the entire block. So in my case, I'm going to need 12 of these. Once they're all pressed and ready to go, we will have 12.5-inch blocks. This is a great block. It has sashing already built in. So when we put the blocks together, it gives us a nice big sashing to quilt on. When we do put them together, I would recommend not having these seams match. If we have them go this way, no seam is matching here, so we don't have to match anything up. It's just going to make it quicker to sew together. Another thing that we can look for while we're doing this block is the bias seams. These 4 larger triangles have the bias seams that we are sewing on. So they can have a tendency to stretch a little bit as we are sewing. So it's really important that we give our fabric a really good press before we cut. As a matter of fact, I like to add a starch or a starch alternative right at the very beginning. Give that fabric a really good flat press, cut the square, then cut the square in 4. The starch or the starch alternative is going to help stabilize this seam so that it won't stretch as much as when you're sewing it onto the other pieces. As a matter of fact, I like to press all of my fabric really, really well before I start. I find the success to quilting and having all of those pieces matched perfectly is starting with well-pressed fabric. That way all the fabric is the same. It's going to work together the same. Another thing that's really fun about this block is if it didn't work out to be 12.5 inches, we can always trim this down. This will be able to be trimmed down to a 12-inch. So if all of your blocks are not exactly the same, trim them all down to the same size. 12.5 is the size it's supposed to be, but if we need to go down, that's fine too. As long as all of these pieces are the same size, they're going to go together like a charm. So I can rearrange these colors now and sew them together. When we sew these 4 blocks together and we do not match up these side seams, we get this little pinwheel shape, which is great because we didn't have to match up the seams. Just sewing those blocks together will put them together nicely. Now we get to add a border. And the border is cut at 2.5 inches. Now, if you have followed along and have only made 12 blocks, your borders are going to equal 48.5 inches. And you're going to do those side borders first. And then the top and the bottom are going to equal 40.5 inches. So 2.5 by 40.5, 2.5 by 48.5. Let's sew on those sides, top and bottom, and we're done. And this is going to equal a 40.5 by 52.5 inch, which is perfect for a crib quilt because a crib quilt batting is 45 by 60 inches. I think I'm going to use a nice soft yellow for the back of that quilt just to keep that soft pastel baby theme. Now the quilt is the same quilt as the large one. We just made less blocks, which means we needed less fabric. And I used these softer pastel colors out of that line. But if you like brighter, more rich colors, there's lots to choose from. I'll put some links in the description so you can check out the fabric and the free pattern. And as always, thank you for joining me today on Sew Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and I do have a newsletter. It's all free under Sew Very Easy. And be sure to make every day a Sewtacular day. Bye for now.